I'm about to head back to Boston from um, Philadelphia. I will soon leave my host's house, and go to the 30th Street station and hang out there for a couple of hours before my bus shows up. I'll try to do some drawings using some of the new fountain pens I bought, and try to put them through their paces. When I get back to Boston, I can go through some of the pens that I bought. Some are sort of goofy. Someone was selling. He had a big bag full of pens, and they were for $2 each. And there's actually a rather nice hard rubber pen that has a flexible gold nib in there. I don't think he knew that, but he maybe he thought the nib was broken. I didn't really know. I didn't try it out. I just assumed it was going to work, and it turns out it does. I don't think there's anything else wrong with it, but there were other pens that were really kind of goofy and fun, so I'll show you those. And then he had a different bag that were 10 pens for $5. So they were 50 cents a piece, and I got some nice things there too. Actual fountain pens with steel nibs and some mechanical pencils. And but I did really only find one pen that's serious enough to be talked about at some length, which I will do when I get to Boston. The pet show yesterday was quite slow. The weatherman was scaring everyone away with his prediction of snow, which did happen, but not enough to scare people. So a lot of dealers decided to leave early on Sunday. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to go back and review other pens that I might have purchased for myself. I did have a pretty good time with collectors I've known and dealers I've known. I helped sell a couple of pens for dealers there to people that were looking for a particular kind of nib. I aimed them in the right direction, I think. And I believe next year I'm going to take a table and set up and try to sell some pens that'll be good for drawing and calligraphy. I think it's time for me to sell some of my pens rather than help people buy other people's pens. But we will see how that goes. What else was about the show? There's a calligrapher named Mr. M.G. Ward who agreed to come up with a seminar that he and I will jointly give at next year's show. I'm going to try to do a rehearsal, that's the word I'm looking for, a dry run with he and I live on YouTube, and see if we think it will fly. I think it will. We'll trade off. It'll be sort of good cop, bad cop kind of thing. He'll spend 10 or 15 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes, some simple exercise that everyone in the room can do, teaching them how to make beautiful capital letters or whatever it is, however he teaches his class. And then it will be my turn to undo everything they've learned. No, I love handwriting, as I think many of you know, different kinds of handwriting, and it's really fun for me to try to make a sentence look like it was written by an angry man, and make another sentence that looks like it was written by a frail spinster lady, or another sentence that was written by a effervescent socialite, let's say. So I'm trying to figure out how that would work. I think it's just interesting. It's, you know, learning how to do calligraphy is learning how to not use your own handwriting. So I'm thinking, well, I can also do one where you're not using your own handwriting either, by pretending to put on the personality of another person, and see if how that works. And it might be just entirely foolish, but I think to me it sounds like it might be kind of fun. I would probably supply everyone in the room with maybe 3 different fountain pens that have different characters to them, so they can see how that changes their mindset as well. So I think it might be fun, but who knows? Let me think, what else can I tell you about the pen show? A lot of modern pens, a lot of inks, some paper, some journals. I didn't really go to those places. I should get to know these people, but I know that I'm not going to buy their pens. So I don't want to get their hopes up, you know, if I stand and look at a pen. But I did talk to one guy who makes new pens out of wood, lathes them, and then puts modern pen nibs and feeds in them. And I suggested that he could build them to hold Skyline nibs and feeds. That way he could maybe offer more nib styles than he's able to using the ones he buys. So he thought that might work. What else did I do? Had too much beer. That's what I did. But don't tell anyone. Today the bus ride is going to be 2 hours to New York, and then an hour there until the bus leaves to Boston, and that'll be another 5 hours or so, 6 hours. So I won't be back in Boston until tonight, but 8 o'clock tonight I think I get in. But I like taking the bus. The windows are cleaner than the train windows, clearer. You can see through them. Train windows tend to be foggy or scratched up or something. I don't really know why they don't look clean. And when you're on a bus, you're high up over the other cars on the road, so your view is much better than what you see looking out of a train. And it's half the price of the train. So, yay me. More money to spend on pens. Anyway, as soon as I get back, I've got to do some artwork for some clients because I've been here. But I'll be back. So I look forward to showing you the pens I got tomorrow. I don't use the word haul, like some people do. Here's my haul from Chicago or whatever. I usually say, here's pen show swag, which isn't much better because it sounds like I stole it. But I think I'm going to call these my adoptees, my pen show adoptions, or foster kids, because I do hope they will be passed on to other people later. Most of the pens I bought at the show I will fix up and clean out and get ready to go for you people. And I'll find them good homes. Anyway, see you later. Bye-bye.